Friends, today let me talk about few key things that should be a part of your startup pitch that every investor would look for once you go to him or her for asking for money. And if these things are not there in your pitch, then it might be treated as something that you have not researched well, that you're not clear about, and the credibility and the validation of the same would be hard to get. So one by one, let me take you through what should be there in your startup pitch. To begin with, the problem statement. Well, you should have clarity regarding what your problem statement is. What is it that you're trying to solve in this society? Which means that you have studied the market well, that you have clarity, and you have, in very simple terms, you are able to define that problem statement. And if you can give some real life examples, that would be really helpful for an investor to come on board with respect to understanding your problem statement. Now, that is one. Second is the solution that you're providing to that problem, which would include the market study, the size of the market that you're targeting, and why do you think and how do you think your solution would be able to solve the problem that you have just defined. Many a times what happens is that you define problem in terms of bananas and then you offer solution in terms of mangoes. So there's a huge gap between your understanding of the problem and the kind of solution that you're providing to that respective target group. Once you have had defined the problem and have spoken about the solution, comes the USP. The unique selling proposition of your solution or the product or service that you're providing, why your product or service would be adopted in the market, why any other competitor would not be able to easily copy your value proposition. So one needs to think about these things in depth, should have clarity. It might be that you don't have clarity to begin with, but then you can always develop your clarity as you go along in this process of providing solutions to your customer base. Now, and as an investor, what I want is that I invest certain X amount and I get it 10X after whatever time that we decide. Right? Next comes is your clarity about the kind of milestones you have in the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years. What are the kind of benchmarks that you're looking at to achieve with your product or service, where the clarity with respect or the vision you have with respect to the kind of solution you are providing to the problem that you've just stated. That would in turn demonstrate your vision, how clear you are with your vision, what are the kind of assumptions you've made in order to achieve that mission. And one should state clearly that these are the assumptions, and you should back those assumptions based on the market situations or the kind of competitors you have. You can take a cue from their journey, and it also represents your awareness of your competitors and the market that you will be operating in. So as an investor, that will give me confidence. Once you have that clarity, once you demonstrate that clarity, in fact, I'll have that confidence to put in my money. Now, as an investor, I put in my money on the people that are coming to me for pitching. So it is very critical to talk about the team. Now, you can talk about the co-founders, your first hirees, and a justification of in what way you see these people help you achieve this vision or mission that you've put for your company. So every person should add something to that vision that you've just stated in your pitch, be it the co-founders or the first few people who have become a part of your organization. once I see that people who are actually, or the money that I'm putting on is on people who will be able to achieve that vision, the decision becomes easier for me as an investor to put in the money on you, because then I can be sure that I will get my 10x whenever the next round of funding is raised, and so on. Another thing that I look for as an investor is your clarity on the revenue model, where you will make money from, and the kind of cash that you will be burning every month. Whether it will be a direct to customer kind of a model, subscription, or you will make money through ads. So it's not about how you make money, it's about your clarity with respect to your revenue model and how you intend to make money. Now comes how much money do you need? So you should have clarity with respect to how much money you need and for what purpose. In case you already have some investors from before, you can try mentioning them, because it in any case is a validation for what you are doing. And the clarity with respect to the money shows that you are very serious about spending this money and is not taking it for granted. As an investor, one would look at the kind of attitude one has as a founder. Right? So these are few key things that should be a part and a parcel of your pitch. So try to think about these things before you go to any investor for that matter, and be thorough and do a lot of research on it, because your credibility when you approach some person for funds would depend on these key things. So hope you are taking good care of yourself. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.